bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With News of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. Rockets launched from the Gaza Strip have injured 4 in the southern Israeli city of Sderot. 8 rockets reportedly landed in 4 different areas of the city, and the Iron Dome defense system intercepted 2 others. The injuries of the 4 were light, resulting from broken glass and shock. Earlier, terrorists in northern Gaza opened fire at civil engineering equipment near the border, causing some damage. This equipment is being used in the construction of the anti-tunnel barrier project along the border. The IDF responded with tank fire at a Hamas position in the Strip. Israel's public security minister Gilad Erdan says he doesn't think a broad, long-term ceasefire agreement with Hamas will be reached, although there may be secret channels that even the ministers aren't aware of yet. At the same time, Hamas is optimistic over the UN brokered deal, according to a senior Hamas member. He said negotiations should be completed by the end of August and include the opening of the Rafah crossing permanently and the easing of conditions at the Kerem Shalom crossing, a 5-year ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the return of the bodies of Israelis and captives being held by Hamas, as well as a complete end to the use of incendiary kites and balloons. The French president has canceled his trip to Israel. Originally scheduled to visit Israel in the spring of this year, President Emmanuel Macron had postponed the trip until November. Now it has been canceled completely. No reason given for that cancellation, but it's most likely linked to a political crisis Macron is facing at home. A special session at the Knesset was called by opposition over the controversial nationality law. Activists for the Zionist Union held up copies of Israel's Declaration of Independence, while opposition leader Knesset member Tzipi Livni addressed the gathering. Livni criticized the coalition, calling for early elections and saying the opposition would pass the Declaration of Independence as a basic law to replace the nationality law passed last month. Coalition members were not present. And the nationwide nurses' strike has been called off. Negotiations between the National Association of Nurses, the Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Health have proved fruitful, and plans are being made to increase security for healthcare personnel. I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.